those who are missing. Awesome. So welcome to our Triple Threat Team new coach call. We're going to go over a bunch of the basics and kind of the things you're wondering about where to start and what all these things even mean. So we're just going to get started. The first thing, let's see, I'm kind of following a list of things that we go over. So we're Team Triple Threat, right? And Angie and I formed the team, and we kind of branched off from Fit and Fierce. Fit and Fierce is the big group run by Megan and Carrie, and she's actually number 2 in the company, and we fall under that. We are helping her be number 2 in the company. She gives us so much training. She gives us lots of resources, and a lot of the challenge group guides, things that we follow and post come from Megan, and we tweak them to fit our needs and whatnot. So what I'm following is actually like a new coach boot camp list of things that we're going to go over. I find it easier to be able to talk about these things in person with you guys versus sometimes we run these in a 7-day group and we post one thing a day. There is a lot to learn, but I personally learned all this by just jumping in and doing it, and it just kind of came as I needed it. So I know that that's kind of how I work, and I didn't work on like a set schedule very well. So anyway, this is what we're doing. But in hindsight, you can run groups like this on your own for new coaches, or you can open this up like I'm doing and kind of talk them through it and help them out. So this is what we're doing. So new coaches, the first thing you kind of want to know is your coach ID number. That number is going to be when you sign into your online office, it's on the top left, and that number is what goes at the end of a bunch of links. If you ever find all these links, I'll show you kind of how to access them. But I'm sorry, I have 2 crying babies right now. One is not asleep in her room yet, and the other one is trying to go to sleep. So it's like kind of distracting. Anyway, so all these links, they are located in your online office, but that coach ID number is going to be like how you get there. You should just memorize it is my point. So coach relations phone number is really important. There is a coach relations, and then there's a customer relations phone number. And both these phone numbers, first of all, I'm going to send you this link. It's for where you will find this list of things I'm going over, the boot camp, so you don't have to necessarily take all these notes right now. I'll send the link to you, and you can open it and access it. Let me open the chat window here. Okay, so that's our Fit and Fierce. There's a password on it, and the password, we're going to write this down, but it's FFDiamond1, or I'll share it in our coaches page after this too. So anyway, coach relations number, important for us as coaches. You can call it in any time. The other one is customer relations, and that's important to send to your customers if they want to change their HD, if they want to pause it, and things you can do. You can pause your HD, your Shakeology HD for up to 3 months, or you can actually set it to ship every other month. There's different things you can do there. Let's see. So any questions about that stuff yet? Okay, good. Good, no questions. That's great. Okay. So the next part is your Facebook Live page. We all have,
I do have a question. For the password, is 1 spelled out?
Number 1. FFDiamond, just number 1.
Okay.
Did you find it? Did you have to open that link?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. And then if you hit at the top, there's new coach. There's a whole tab for new coaches. And then this is new coach boot camp is where we're at. Talking about all the things in there. So the next part, your like page. So some people you can start your like page, excuse me, or you can run a group. We actually have one coach who runs just a secret group, and that's where she puts kind of all her friends really, and they encourage each other just within her private secret group. So that's one way to do it, and she posts whatever she wants in there, and sometimes it's just her working out. She hasn't transitioned a lot of those people onto Shakeology quite yet, but that's her personal style. That's where she feels safest, so that's what she's doing. So I definitely encourage you to do whatever floats your boat, whatever works best for you. And there's a couple ideas there. So there's like page to set up a like page. There's a video on this boot camp that will walk you through that. You don't want to be a product. You want to make sure you're a person or a figure. Otherwise, it'll make all these other silly rules for you. So I know, let's see, Jenna just set up hers, so she's good to go. She's rocking it. And yeah, we have, I don't know, Amanda, are you going to set one up, or did you figure out what you want to do yet?
I haven't decided if I want to do the group or the like page, because I have a lot of like pictures of like different foods and stuff that I make and like things that I found to substitute with. And I find that with a like page, I don't want people just kind of the problem that was happening in the other groups. I don't want people just to see it. I want them to be, not to necessarily earn the privilege to see it, but I want them to be able to interact. So I think a secret group, I won't have as many lookers and takers as I'd rather have participants.
Yeah. And we're happy to bounce those ideas off before you get started. I know it's stressful just like starting. So if you want to ask questions like that, post them in our group, because I'm sure everybody would appreciate that debate too. And there's others in that group who haven't started a like page either, so they'd probably be very interested to listen to all that. Let's see, customer orders and creating challenge groups. So this was funny because Jenna and Amanda, you guys asked me the same question today about, well, how do I have someone order? And so it's so great. You guys are at the exact same spot. But essentially, yeah, you're just sending them to your page, and you can do this a number of ways. You can send them to www.teambeachbody.com/your username, or you can send them to the direct link that takes them to the direct challenge pack that they want to order. And so I was telling Jenna this morning that some people, and as you interact with your customers, you're going to know who tends to get distracted. So those people who go to your page and they see your pictures and then they get lost and then they're on Facebook and then they're gone, they forgot to order. There's those people, or and in that case, maybe you want to send them the direct link to go right to your challenge pack that you have kind of set up for them. And so there's that. Or there's another way, and you can actually set up someone's order as either a coach or a customer with a challenge pack, and then you can you can pick out their Shakeology even, and then send an email to them, and then they complete the order. So there's about 3 ways to have somebody order. It's very confusing. In the beginning, probably for the first year, I just sent everybody to my page. And then I learned about the second option, and then I learned about the third option, filling that out for them. And that has been really easy, especially because I run my husband's account too. And so I set people up under him and then just give them link that's under him. So as you grow and learn those things, you'll kind of figure that out. But all those options are also on this boot camp that you are going to go to. And then, yes, let's see. It's called the Coach mobile app, was the last thing I told you about. And I bookmark that on my phone. It's the easiest option to do when you're mobile, because it's just so mobile friendly. So that's pretty easy. And then, okay, and so kind of with that, when somebody signs up as a challenger, when they sign up for a challenge pack, you get 2 Success Club points. Success Club is kind of something Beachbody created to motivate us as coaches, and just kind of set an easy goal for us. So you're always aiming for Success Club 5. That is essentially 2 challenge packs and 1 Shakeology HD, or like 3 challenge packs, and then you'd have Success Club 6, because you get 2 for challenge packs and you get 1 for HD Shakeology. And those don't recur. So when you sign someone up, you only get that 1 per customer, one time a month per person. So you're not going to get that again the next time. It starts over, clean slate. So that means that you're bringing in, if you're trying to hit Success Club 5 each month, that means you're bringing in 3 new people a month. And so that's kind of Beachbody's formula that says you'll grow at a rate that will keep you consistent, that will bring you new people, new challengers, and you should see growth in your business. So with that, they also give us perks and things. You'll win stuff when you hit Success Club 5. There's Success Club All-Stars, and that just means you've hit it for 12 months in a row. And then there's like Super All-Stars, which means you've hit Success Club 10 for 12 months in a row. And so, yeah, that's great. You want to do that always. That should be like your monthly goal, bare minimum, hit Success Club 5. Also, volume. So you need personal volume, and you'll see this when you log in. So to be a coach, you need an active coach. You need 50 personal volume, and you need that up until you hit a higher rank. I think for Ruby and Diamond, it might be 90 PV, but right now, you guys are coaches, most of y'all are coaches, or Emerald, and you only need 50 PV. So you hit that with your own Shakeology order. That's why when I talk to someone who's interested about being a coach, I say there's really no risk involved as long as your Shakeology is shipping every month. And to be a proof of the product, you're going to need Shakeology every month anyway. And even if, say, you get a little bit extra, then switch that next month to packets and run a 5-day challenge, run a 10-day challenge. If you're very generous, give some to your closest friends and family to try out or whatever, or switch it to the packets just so you can have different flavors. So there's lots of things you can do to hit 50 PV or to pause it or to, still stay active and yet, get the products that you need or that you can share with others. So that's that. Oh, so it's 50 for Coach and Emerald. It's 75 PV for Ruby, and it's 100 for Diamond and above. And that's in that boot camp. You need to reference that. Okay, and then your Coach online office. I am going to flip this so that you can see my screen. All right. Okay, so you should see my online office screen. Is that right? You all good there? Okay, so this is your screen. You have your Success Club points here. Yes, I'm still at 2, but I will get 5 this month. At the bottom, you'll have alerts. So things like rank has changed, coaches are going inactive, new coaches that are in the organization. All those kind of alerts will come up here. Your breaking news. This is really handy, and a lot of times I find what I need if I'm logging in to look for stuff, I'm finding it right here. So I'm coming in, okay, May Challenge Pack promotion. I need to know what those are. Let's see. So we'll click here, it'll give me a bunch of information. Great, I have Infinity Max 30 to choose from, and I'm gonna hit learn more for the US. It's gonna take me to let's see, a link to purchase. So here's that link for people to purchase. You can copy and paste that right away, and then just enter in your ID. So these are kind of handy handy ways to go about this. I can get through this on my phone too. It's just kind of difficult. You know, you have to click extra times and it's kind of a headache. And then you have your FAQs. FAQs, you'll find a search bar, and you can pretty much search anything within Beachbody related anything, and it will pop up. There will be an FAQ. You can search ingredients in Shakeology. You can search programs. There's so much that you can simply search, and you'll get all this information lined up for you. And so, okay, we have customer links, right? So you have the Beachbody Body Beast Challenge Pack. You have Insanity Challenge Pack. All the challenge packs come with Shakeology and the program. And essentially you can send them our extra meal plan we have, which is saved under files in our coaches group. You can look there. And you can, I think there's a place to change the picture or something, but you can add a picture of you on it. You can edit some recipes. You can play with it, make it your own. All our resources are really for you guys as well. So don't be afraid to use them, to make them your own, to just run with it. I know I was very nervous in the beginning to do that. I kind of felt like I was stealing someone else's stuff, or I felt fake or whatever. But it's just really not the case. We're here, we're a team, we work together, and we're happy to help you make it your own as well, to give you ideas and things like that. So just don't be afraid of that. Let's see. Okay, so those are the promotions. We'll go back to our online office. And okay, so have you guys set up your electronic funds transfer? So the money, how Beachbody pays you, this is how you do it. You go in here, you go to My Business, the electronic funds management, and you'll enter in your checking account and all that, so that they pay you. There you go. Like that. So that's something you should put on your list. Do that as soon as you can. And then you have your commissions and your earnings. You get 25% commission off anything you sell. So anything, Shakeology, programs, you'll earn 25% off that. What happens is when someone is a coach under you, that they earn that 25% off as a discount. So you now get a discount of 25% off. I don't get any commissions from what you guys are buying under me. But what I do get is volume. And so volume builds and grows, and it's also how you get paid bonuses and things as your rank progresses, if that makes sense. So we'll kind of go over that. Let's see. Okay, so we're back in here. This is the website I was telling you about, Fit and Fierce. We're in New Coach Bootcamp, and we're down here already on day 4 or 5, how you kind of earn. So there's a lot of videos about how you earn in Beachbody. It can get complicated. As you progress in rank, you are eligible to earn money in more ways. So, for example, Team Cycle bonuses is a way to earn money. And so you will earn money. You'll earn, I think it's $14 as an Emerald rank for as many times as there's a certain number, I think it's like 250, floats through your legs. And so you have volume on 2 legs, correct? And you'll earn money as that number cycles onto both legs. So watch that video for a better explanation. I'm terrible, but you'll earn money through bonuses, you'll earn money through rank, and so that number, for example, you earn $14 each time that cycles. Well, you'll earn $16 when you're a ruby, you'll earn $18 when you're a diamond. It goes up and up and up. And then when you start to hit star diamond ranks, that means when you're star diamonds, that means you have diamonds below you. And then, you know, if you're 1 star, you have 1 diamond. If you're 2 star, you have 2 diamonds below you. That's kind of how that works. So with that, there's bonus pools that you hit when your 2-star is the first big bonus pool, and you share that with all the other 2-stars that are out there. So that's how that works. And yeah, so you have your ranks. So kind of as a new coach, you should have some basic goals. And so those goals are to earn Success Club 5 in your first month. I mean, if you can do that, then in your first month, when you're new at this and all this information is new and hard to find and makes you nervous and it's scary, then you can hit it every month. You can do it. It's hard, and that's what we're going to kind of talk about is inviting. How you do that is difficult. And yeah, I'll hit that after we finish up this last day. But so inviting, and then to go Emerald is going to be your other goal. And that means that you have 2 coaches below you, and so 1 on each leg. And the way we set that up, we're going to go back over here to profile and go to downline, graphical. You can see your downline in a lot of different ways. And so here's my downline, and you can set up your preferred placement. So right now, I think your first coach will go on whichever leg. It's totally cool. And then your next coach, you'll just want to go in here and set preferred placement and put them where on the left, on the right, wherever your other one didn't go. You can also do it by clicking like one of these blue places, and it's going to say, okay, this is your preferred placement. Would you like to save it? No, I don't want there to be anybody there, because you don't want to place as you go past 2 coaches. And I'm going to share this with you now, and it may go in one ear and not the other, but if you remember it, then awesome. But you don't want to place coaches in these inside legs, because on the inside legs that are under this coach. Okay, so as I grow, I'm always going to place people out here on my outside right, and I'm always going to place people way out here on the left. And then as you know, this is Angie, and as she grows, she's going to place her coaches on the right and on the left. But all the time when I place on my left, it's going to benefit Angie. And you're going to see this as coaches are placed under you by me. They might be placed under you, and that's going to add to your volume, and it's gonna help grow you. And then that's how you'll always have a strong leg and a weak leg. And you'll see talk about this, strong and weak legs, and how to grow based on that, and how to make sure you're making use of those cycle bonuses and you're maxing them out. That's kind of where that comes from. So I won't go too deep into that, but we'll go back here, and let's see, finish this out with what is your why. And so we talk about our whys a lot, and we share them a lot, and we ask for them a lot in our groups, but it's because it's really key to what's driving you and what's going to keep you going. And yours will constantly change, and that's ideal. It should be changing because you're changing and you're growing. And as you share these whys with your future customers, that's kind of your foot in the door. Is you want to know what is driving them, and so to know and relate with your customers, you got to understand yourself. So we want you to understand you, and then we want you to be able to ask your friends, ask these potential customers, what are your fitness goals? What is your why? And to just practice talking to people about that, because it is hard and it's scary. And I will be truthful in that I didn't do this at first in the beginning. And I became, that salesperson. I was just messaging to message to see if they would buy something. I wasn't messaging because I cared. I wasn't messaging to follow through. I was just excited about this new thing, and I was like, come on, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. I'm doing it. Come on, do it. And so it didn't work out the best. But there is the right way to do it, to just share and to just be real with people and to be excited. I mean, a lot of you guys are starting out, you're new, and run with that excitement. You have just be honest with people. Hey, I'm starting this program. I've lost this much weight already. I've seen these results. Join me. I'm not at my end goal yet, and I just want to take people with me because I'm on this high and it's working so well. I love it because of this, and this. There's a lot of different ways you can approach it and share with people, and yeah, that's key. So let's see. I'm going to turn the sharing off. Okay, you'll see me again. And we're going to talk about some of the ways to invite. Oh, look at you guys chatting away. Oh, wait, it's Amanda. She put a bunch of dots on them.
Oh, sorry, it's my cat.
Okay, cat. There was like 13 messages, and I was like, oh man, I gotta look at this.
I don't even see where it's at anymore.
That cat, so funny. Okay, that's the same cat from Alaska, right?
No, not this one. But I do have that one still.
Oh, okay. I thought that was the one I just saw, but maybe not. Okay. Anyway, so okay, inviting. Like first, let's just start. Do you guys have questions about inviting? Okay, we have 10 minutes left in our meeting. I'll start with, here's how I kind of invite. I say, so for example, who did I have a conversation with? Maybe a family member recently. Okay, so I have a really overweight family member, and she's always on my list of potentials because I love her so much. I want to see a change in her life, and she's just not quite ready for it. But and I'm kind of tiptoeing, because I'm nervous and scared. I don't want her to think that I think anything bad. I want to be an encourager. So anyway, recently I said, hey, have you heard about this? Of course, she's into 31. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'll look at your 31 stuff. I love bags, sure. And I said, I have this Beachbody stuff. Like, do you want to look at it? Tell me when you're ready to be a coach, because I'd love to have you. Your interviews are awesome, and you're so inspiring, and you're always upbeat, And so he said, yeah, I don't think I'm ready yet, but is that the one that does the 21-day fix? And I was like, of course, yeah, we're those people. And it's a great program, teaches you a ton about nutrition. I love 21-day fix because it does focus on nutrition first, and that is what so many people struggle with. And really, if you can tackle the hardest part, which is, nutrition in the kitchen, and get that down pat, anything you add on top of that is only gonna make your success come faster. And so anyway, that was my foot in the door. That's kind of where we went with that conversation. And she's like, okay, I can't afford it right now, but I'll let you know when I can. And I was like, great, can I ask you again next month? Will that be okay? And she said, yeah. So I put her on my future list, but that's a question that I never really asked before. I always said, okay, let me know. And that's the worst thing you can say, is let me know, because they're never going to come back and be like, hey, once in a blue moon, people will come back at you and ask because they're seeing your like page, because you're interacting with them. But that's kind of a whole nother aspect that you can go. So that's kind of conversing. That's that. But also adding value. That's something that we like to do with our free challenge groups. And we change those up. We mix them up. We do clean eating groups. We do, we just did the time management as a mom group. We try to, and we're always brainstorming for new ones. So I don't even think we actually picked one for June yet. If you guys have ideas, share that with us. We like to prep them early on, and so in the next few weeks, and then we'll pick one and do it. I think it's the second week in June is our free group. So anyway, we like to offer those for free so that people understand what we do and how much we care and how much, we're willing to invest our time and effort into them, and see that this isn't just about selling the product, right? So that's what we do. You are always welcome to run your own, and that goes for the same for our 5-day Shakeology groups. That goes for, you can run your own 30-day group. We run ours starting the first of the month and it ends on the last day of the month. You can run one that starts in the middle of the month. And so it all kind of times into, you know, when are you hitting Success Club 5? Excuse me, because you want those Success Club, you want those customers who just got their package to start kind of on time. And so if you're hitting it towards the end of the month, it's going to be a struggle for them to get their things on time and then feel like they're part of the group. They're going to put it off and they're going to start late, and then they're not going to be as active because they feel like, you know, they're not on time and they started late. So keep that in mind as you run groups and challenge things, and as you're inviting for our groups too. Let's see. So also, okay, with inviting, I do a lot of sending videos. So when I'm trying to when I'm trying to talk to people, sometimes I don't know if they're going to be a challenge group customer, a challenge pack, or if they're just going to be a 5-day Shakeology customer. You just you kind of go with what they're sharing with you, and so I kind of treat everybody as a potential challenge pack. You know, hey, what's going on? Do you want to try this Insanity Max 30 that I'm doing? And they're like, well, I don't know if I want to do that, or 21 Day Fix. Well, I'll send them a YouTube video or a clip of both, and they'll check it. I said, and then I'll ask, like, what do you relate to best? What have you hated? What have you gotten good results with? And so you kind of just find out their jam, and then you kind of gear what you're sharing based on that, or what you think they'll have the most success with. And then I'll share the Shakeology clinically proven video. I love that little video. I think it's like 3 minutes. Last year at Summit, so it's only been less than a year, that Shakeology has been clinically proven. And so it's clinically proven to help you lose weight and to help lower your cholesterol. Those two things. They proved it. They used doctors. They used an outside company to do that. It's not just our own doctors who say these things. Like, for example, Advocare. A lot of times you'll hear Advocare people talk about their doctors. That's because their doctors hired by Advocare promoting Advocare. So there's lots of weird things about that. Also, if you run into people who have questions like that, they say, oh, I've tried, or I'm doing Advocare, I've heard about Shakeology. Don't be afraid to talk to them about it. Say, well, why do you like that? Or have you looked into the ingredients? A lot of times it comes down to ingredients, and so if they're picky about ingredients, they'll understand that. If they don't understand ingredients, then hopefully they're willing to just have a conversation about it. I always approach that on tippy toes as well, and I'm careful with that, but I try to ask them, like, hey, well, do you care about it? Do you have issues with preservatives or dyes or things like that? And then what those things do to your system. I try to be an open door and share that if they want to hear it. Otherwise, you'll know if they don't, and so you'll move on. But I love the clinically proven video. And also you can access videos. Amanda, you asked me this earlier, about, that aren't just on YouTube. And so let me screen share again and show you how to get there. Okay, so you are in your Coach Online office. You go to marketing tools, business, maybe it's business tools. Yeah, here we go. And then business tools, and you have videos. And there's a whole video library here for you. And you can search things in here. You find them under Shakeology, I bet. Let's see, most popular. I don't know where it is. So usually this works. Got it? What do you think? Well, so usually you get a video here, and it'll give you a link even to get to the video, and then you can share that link. What I have problems with is that people who are mobile sometimes don't have, I think it's JavaScript, and they can't open it or view it. So a lot of times I resort to YouTube, and I try to pick the videos that are linked from Beachbody, made by Beachbody. I follow Beachbody on YouTube, and so that makes it a little bit easier. But I don't know why that's not working. That's too bad. But a lot of times you'll see that Beachbody's website's being fixed for the month, so this isn't that uncommon, but whatever. And yeah, so that kind of hits a lot of the points I wanted to share with you guys. So, what questions do you have?